The aft cabin, and I don't know, this is just a strange layout, I think.
We're on a boat hunting trip in the Netherlands, and in last week's 2 episodes we had a look at 2 big but interesting aluminium boats. Before heading back to Sweden, we have another couple of boats to check out, a bit further north in the country.
Welcome to Amsterdam, a lovely city of canals, old buildings and bicycling people. We lost count on how many bridges we crossed, how many boats that were driving on the canals, and how many crooked, old and beautiful houses we saw. We think Amsterdam is like a mix between Venice and Copenhagen. Johan has lived here for a short while many years ago, but it was my first time visiting, but definitely not the last.
It's our last day in the Netherlands and we're now on our way to Hinderlopen, where we're gonna look at 2 or 3 boats.
We drove across the enormous man-made wall of Sluisdijk that closes off the IJsselmeer from the sea. The wall was built in the 1930s to keep the North Sea out and to protect parts of the country from flooding.
It's a pity it's raining. They have a lot of boats here for sale at this sales office. And it looks like most of them are on the hard, which is good.
De Valk is one of the largest boat brokerage in Europe, and at their office here in Hinderlopen they have a big selection of sailboats for sale, all located just outside the office.
First impressions?
Yeah, this is a Hallberg-Rassy 49, Swedish boat. This is the first one we're gonna look at. We're just at the office and we got keys for all the 3 boats that we want to see, and we can just look by ourselves, so that's super nice.
What do you think about the cockpit?
Yeah, it's nice. Such wide benches. They're really wide. I think they're twice the width from the Simonis. They had quite narrow benches, so this is something that I prefer. It's comfortable. You can lay down, even if you lay down or sit up. It's a big cockpit, but it is 49 feet, so understandable. And you have like a semi-hard Dodger stuffed up here, but this frame here is hard with real windows, and you can open this up. Should we go down?
Yeah.
This one is from built 1991, and it's a special model. It's called Caribia.
So this Caribia type of Hallberg-Rassy 49 has a pretty different layout than from what's normal on these boats. So the sofa, the salon is just next to the companionway. It's a pretty big sofa, like a U. But the kitchen, or the galley, isn't very big.
So the galley is so narrow. There can only be 1 person in here. But at the same time it's nice when you're out at sea, you have everything close by and you're very protected. But yeah, of course, if the boat is heeling, you really need to hold on to this one because of the galleys in this direction.
But it's not that bad. I mean, I know other Hallberg-Rassys, they have quite small kitchens or galleys.
Yeah, they are known for having small galleys.
Small dishwasher.
We have a little dishwasher, yeah. Here we have the first head with a separate shower. They both have a separate shower, and you have the toilet in there. They're both electric toilets. And then we have this going up front. They're kind of connected to each other. The second head is here with also a separate shower.
Oh, there's another one. Okay.
And the toilet there.
So there's 3 toilets.
Oh, there's one in the back.
Yeah, with a separate shower. So there's 3 separate showers with. That's yeah.
Each cabin, each cabin has their own head or bathroom. Here is a guest cabin, bunk bed. There is some storage up here. This was a huge closet, really deep one. Little closet here, or more like drawers. Shelf. Yeah, big window.
I like the. I don't know if this has the. No, this is plastic. But some of these boats have real tempered glass in the deck hatches.
They have air condition.
Good headspace here. It's just in the doors. I have to take my head down a bit. On 185. So of course this boat, it's called Caribia, and I guess that's because this boat is probably made for charter. That's why it has 3 heads with 3 separate showers and 3 cabins. So it's very well set up for that.
And I think on a boat this big, it's something that you expect.
Yeah.
But still, there are a lot of boats this size that don't have a separate shower.
Yeah.
And for us, it's quite important to have that. It's nice.
That is. On a boat this size, for sure.
Yeah. Let's
So-
go to the aft. I guess here we have the engine room.
Yeah.
What a big engine.
It is a big engine. It's 150 horsepower, and it's a straight 6-cylinder diesel. Volvo
It's
Penta.
like more than twice the size of
Yeah.
Ron's engine.
Yeah, but it's 3 times the horsepower too, so 150 horsepower.
You have a generator.
Honda generator, 2 Webasto heaters, some filters, and the fuel tank and water tank sits in the keel. I think at least the fuel tank. I don't know about the water tank. You can tell a lot from just looking in the engine compartment on a boat to see what state the whole boat is, how well taken care of it has been. If it looks like, really bad in here, they probably haven't taken care of the rest of the boat either. So this is a good place to start. And in this case, it looks pretty good. I mean, the boat is from 1991, and this is probably the original engine, and it looks very good. Not a lot of rust, and the electricity, the cables, and everything looks like they have installed stuff in a good way. So this is the aft cabin, and I don't know, this is just a strange layout. I think a lot of old Hallberg-Rassys has it this way, with almost like a V-berth in the aft cabin. So of course this side is a bit wider, but it's still not wide enough, I think, for being a big boat like this, because you could of course sleep 2 people here, no problem, but it's still not a very big bed. And then you have this one. So it's like, how are you going to use this as a couple? Of course, you can sleep here as a couple. Maybe a kid could sleep here, but here we have the quadrant and the autopilot, or the hydraulic ram, I think, sits in there. Yeah, this is a cool feature. It's like a storm hatch. If something happens with the glass, you can put these on. And they are solid aluminum.
And what do we think about this Hallberg-Rassy 49?
I think it's pretty okay. I mean, if you want to have guests on the boat, this boat is nearly perfect for a boat under 50 feet, because 3 cabins, 3 heads with separate showers in all of them. That's pretty cool to be able to do that in a 49-foot boat.
And I think how it is divided is that people will also have their private space.
Yeah.
And then access to bathroom and shower, and then you have more of the social area here, but it's still separated because you have the sofa here and then the galley behind.
So I will say the downsides are that the galley is quite small. The master's cabin isn't perfect because the bed is too small, in my opinion, to be a real, for 2 people. So it's a bit strange layout there.
And then we of course have the price that it's quite much over our budget. So
it's 215,000. Maybe you said that before. And I don't think they will get that for this boat. I think it's too much. I think a more reasonable would be somewhere in the range of 180 maybe.
Because you can tell that the boat, you see that the boat has been used a lot.
Yeah.
It has wear and tear on it. Still in good condition though, but I guess a lot of that price is because of the brand.
Yeah, definitely. If you find a boat like this in this size, normally it's a lot lower than this.
But we just had a quick look outside. I mean, it's raining so much, but one good thing on the outside is that the deck looks that is glued.
Yeah, it looks like they have replaced the teak deck, and could be the reason that the price is a bit higher.
And I mean, outside it has all the normal features that the Hallberg-Rassys have. So it's not that special on the outside. I mean, it's nice, so much deck area. Yeah,
I mean, the deck area is massive. And also the cockpit is super nice. It's very well protected, it's big.
I think they have a bimini too.
Yeah.
You can
and the aft deck is pretty big. I mean, like we said, the deck area.
Yeah,
that's a nice feature on this boat.
Yeah. Will we continue with the next ones?
Yeah. So next one is I still can't pronounce it. Koopmans. 46 in aluminium.
Dutch boat.
Yeah.
Both this one and the Hallberg-Rassy, which is over there. The aft or the stern here is not our favorite. When they have this cut stern and there is no platform, only a ladder, the Hallberg-Rassy has the same. But that's something you have to compromise about sometimes.
The boat displaces 15 tons and has a clean and very well laid out deck for offshore sailing. A special feature on these boats are the retractable centerboard, which gets the draft down to only 1.3 meters when retracted.
We're inside the Koopmans 46, and I have to say this boat is not the type of boat we're looking for. I mean, outside I really love the lines of this boat. It's a beautiful boat, and this particular boat looks like it's in good condition as well outside. But inside it's just so much waste of space and really cramped to be a 46-foot boat.
And the layout is so strange, like some kind of deck salon up here, higher up, and then you just, I mean, when you open the hatch down to the boat, you felt like, oh my god, I'm gonna climb down a mountain and go down in a cave.
No, not that
looking
bad,
down
okay.
in the salon.
There's a sofa on this side, which is not very big, and it's not straight, so you can't lay down on it. You can't sleep there. So, to me, that's waste, because if you only can do one thing, sit, and you can't sleep there, then it's a bit waste of space to me.
Navigation area here on port side, it has a high desk, but no chairs, so I guess you're meant to stand up.
But it's still pretty high up to the windows. I mean, you can't look out.
No, I see the sky.
Yeah.
I don't see the bow. No, this has to be the master. So you just take 2 steps down, and right here is the master cabin, which is open. You can close this part. What are you gonna do there?
Yeah, it's another area that is a bit
Huge.
of a waste of space.
Like huge open area, but you can't do anything. You can't have anything there.
So the galley it's not an offshore galley. I mean, I don't like this. This is flimsy to me. I mean, size-wise, it's a bit smaller than the galley in the Hallberg-Rassy, but it's just, I don't know, strange in the middle of, yeah, I don't know, it's hard to put into words.
It's just
what they have done
with the whole space. They could
with
have
the volume.
used this whole area so much better. But instead you have so many different types of level. You have to go up and down constantly. And in each section you don't have a lot of floor room really.
Yeah, and then down here in the salon area, the sofa is actually quite okay.
But it's like below your knee.
Yeah, I mean this part is a bit too narrow. Over there is a different width of the
And
the
here
seat.
you have to climb over a big box. And only one bathroom.
So if the people up here are asleep and you want to use the head, you have to kindly knock on this door and ask permission to go to the head. That's just strange. Why?
And you will probably wake those people up.
And it's a pity because if you look at the quality of stuff here, the carpentry and everything, it's very, very nice. And this is probably because these boats are built more or less like a one-off boat. And there's many different types of Koopmans, so this is not like, you know, like a Bavaria or something. It's like, so I guess the inside of these boats are different in all of them. This is a good thing with this boat. I mean, you can really see the quality of the aluminum hull. It's really sturdy and well built, this boat. So it's a strong boat. The engine looks quite new as well.
Janmar.
Yeah, and a big Mastervolt alternator.
This was another strange thing. You have to open 2 doors to get to this is the fridge way down here. And when you're sailing and the boat heels, this will fall out because it's on the side.
This boat is also a Koopmans 46, but a bit older. It's from 1994. This one also has a lifting centerboard, and this is how it looks retracted. The boat has 2 cockpits, with the forward one protected by a fixed doghouse.
This looks really nice. A day tank, a Janmar 4-cylinder, and I guess a Northern Lights or something generator. So yeah, this is also a Koopman 46 in aluminium, but it's a bit different layout, totally different design. This one has 2 cockpits, one with a small doghouse, and then the steering wheel is in the aft one. But it's the same very good quality on all the hull and the engine room. You can see that all of these technical parts of the boat is really sturdy and in good quality. But what they have in common is the strange layout. Back here is 2 double beds next to each other without, it's just strange. The galley is quite okay actually, besides the headroom. But the salon area is, yeah, I mean, again, it's a lot better than the other one. The asking price for this boat is 249,000 euros, so quite a bit above our budget. And with this interior, I mean, if you want to have like a lot of beds, this boat is good, but
not a lot of storage.
no, not a lot of storage. And yeah, I guess if you're doing charter and you just have people that needs a bed for a couple of days, then maybe this could be a good boat. But there are 2 of these cabins up front,
looks the same, bunk beds. But there's no storage at all. There's only one shelf up there where you can put some stuff. And then there's a head up front.
Shared one.
A shared access from both sides. Yeah.
The galley is situated on starboard side and has a small fridge that sits behind the aft cabin door, not very practical. Connected to the aft cabin is the second head, which has a washing machine and separate shower.
So you can really tell with these boats, the Koopman, or at least the two that we have been looking at now, that the focus has been the exterior, the sailing part, the quality of, you know, all the mechanical stuff. But it seems like they have forgot about if you want to live on the boat as well, because the layout and how they're planned is just a bit crazy in my mind. But if you take away that, I think they're really great boats, technical, and the quality of everything, but not very nice to live on.
Feels a little bit too old, in a way, and of course together with this special layout that doesn't match our needs at all. But it was good to see these Koopmans. It's been a boat that Johan has been interested in for its qualities for a while. But I think we can delete it from our list of boats that we are interested in, because it doesn't have the the layout that we're looking for inside.
So I've decided to have a look at one more boat. It's the Diana 60, and it sits at 199,000, but it's a very big boat, 60 feet. Malin is a bit tired now from climbing on boats, so I'll check this alone. The Diana 60 was built in 1989 in Taiwan, and the hull is made of fiberglass. According to the broker, the owner has spent a small fortune on improvements and maintenance in the last couple of years. The mast and rigging look sturdy, and the roller boom probably makes handling of the mainsail a lot easier, especially being on a boat this size. Like a doghouse, very big doghouse, full standing headroom in here. It doesn't look very nice, but I guess it's pretty comfortable in here when you're sailing, because you're pretty well protected. And this is a massive boat. The teak decks looks like new really, and they're glued, no screws. Very good. I actually like this boat, but it's very big.
Coming down the companionway, you enter the salon, where there is plenty of space, with the boat being almost 5 meters wide.
This is the owner's cabin. Really nice. Shower. So this is like a wardrobe, or you can have a bunk bed in here, because it's the full length in here. And there's even a window. So it's a free cabin layout. One on this side, one on that side, and then the owner is in the front. Good galley. This is something I like. The sinks on the center line. That's good. So even if you're heeled over, you won't have any problems with the draining of the sinks. is a cool feature. Also with the first impressions of the boat is how they smell inside. And this boat smells nice. There's no mold in the air. It's a well-maintained boat, you can tell. Double glass insulated. This is very nice. Wow, these windows are thick. No condensation inside, and the whole boat is insulated. It's solid glass this thick. It's about, I don't know, an inch, a bit more. So this is in the keel area, and this is how thick it is on the top sides. The keel is fully glassed in, so there is no keel bolts to worry about on this boat. The owner had spent almost 50,000 euros on osmosis treatment and on adding another 5 mm of fiberglass with epoxy to the hull.
This was the last boat we looked at before it was time to drive back. It had been a very interesting trip, and on the road back home lots of thoughts swirled around in our heads. Were we ready to make an offer on any of these boats? In the car we had a very interesting phone call about another boat. A boat that was on its way to our home marina. But more about that in next episode.